All right, here at the Merriman home, just wanted to walk through real quick what we're looking at. So looking at siding and trim on the house. Gutters and downspouts and roofing will be replaced, so that will all be new. So I only say that to let you know that we won't be doing any of the gutters and downspouts because those will be white to match the white trim that the customer is wanting, and a blue shade for the paneling that you'll see. And it's really just on this upper section, both on the front and the back side. You've got the garage door, some windows. These windows are vinyl clad, so those don't need to be done. And then these windows here are all wood, so those would need to be painted. All of the trim boards, all of the paneling. You've got areas like this where you've got a little bit of deterioration of the wood, not to the point where it needs to be replaced, just a little bit of wood putty or caulking needs to be put in there. And you can see that it's been done in various locations and held up pretty well overall. Probably just needs to be puttied again, just for integrity purpose. But just kind of wanted to highlight that. You can see where caulking's been done, so like a clear caulking was used. It's not bad, the wood is not bad, it looks that way in multiple areas. So like along this trim here, it's just discoloration of the clear caulking. So on this stuff here, you've got none of the windows on the inside because those are storms. I spoke with the homeowner and mentioned we wouldn't be removing the storms. We would just be painting the outside trim. So that would be it there. And that'll be indicative of any windows with storms over them. There's more on the left-hand side. We won't remove the storms, we'll just paint the trim around it. And you have white storms, so it should blend in with the white that you're going to be getting. No other areas of concern. Obviously you've got caulking issues that need to be addressed. Needs to be washed, kind of clean up all this mold or algae growth that's on the underneath side of the soffit there. Again, this is a perfect example of what's been sealed. I don't think it's bad. It doesn't look bad, doesn't feel soft. It's just clear caulking's been used, I believe, in these areas, and it's just discolored. So you've got the soffit and gutter board on this. Then around back, you've got more of the soffit and gutter board. You've got some more siding and trim on this upper portion here. These windows are clad, so don't need to touch those. This door would get painted. You can see a couple windows up there with storms, so it would just be the trim up there. Same thing with these windows. These windows have storms, so we wouldn't be touching them, and they're clad anyways. All of these windows down here are clad, and the door is clad, so we're not touching those. So on the back side, it's really just the fascia, or sorry, the gutter board, the soffit, and the siding, and any trim boards. You've got a soffit piece up here that needs to be replaced, that butts up to the chimney. And then I think this board right here as well needs to be replaced. It's been pieced in before, so it's a problem area, so it looks like it's soft on the ends, so that board needs to be replaced. You will have a separate price for this pergola to be restained. I think it's been stained before. It looks like it is probably a solid stain, but the way it's absorbed in on these upper trim pieces on the pergola indicates to me that it was a stain. This deck, I would use a solid stain on this deck. Hard to tell whether this has been stain or paint, but irregardless, going over it with a stain will be your best option moving forward for longevity. So you can see algae growth in certain locations, just needs to be washed really well. And you can see it's peeling in areas, so we will prime those first before we paint, or sorry, stain the deck if you did decide to have us do that. And then you've got another storm window, so we'd only paint around the storm, not the actual window. You've got this gazebo here, got two-tone color. The upper portions are like a semi-transparent stain, and then obviously all of the lattice work and the roof is that solid stain color or paint, whatever the homeowner used. So probably best served to use a solid stain on everything now, because you can see the variation in the wood. Some areas are down to the bare wood and some areas still have the color. So probably best to just do everything one tone, or at least switch to solid colors so that you don't have inconsistency issues. and then a little bit more siding up there. Then you've got soffit and gutter board here, and window trim as well. There's storms, so there are wood windows behind there, but we're just doing the window trim, not removing the storms. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, but I will have this quote over to you here shortly. Thank you.